Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. So today, Monday, the 29th, first Monday after Thanksgiving, the last couple days of November. So thank you very much for joining me today. So today, the topic is why you should not sell your listings within 7 days. Now, I'm going to preface this by these are from my experience, my opinions. I'm not an attorney. So everything I say in this video is from 30 years of experience in real estate, in selling, in negotiating, and helping agents with tens of thousands and thousands of sales over 30 years in the business. And my opinion, because this topic of when you should sell a listing or how long you should let a listing stay on the market is a topic, because I talk to agents almost daily about this. Like, should we take this offer? It's the first one. Should we take the next offer? We've got 20 showings tomorrow, and this is a hot topic in this market, in the seller's market. So I'm going to concentrate on this market and try not to go off track of where different markets are. But first, and there's a couple points I want to make today, and I'll try to keep this not too long, because I'm available to talk this individually, because each listing is different in market and city and neighborhood and absorption rate and pricing and how many buyers are out there. There's lots of different factors, but I'm going to generalize a little bit here. So first, there is no agent, let me say this, and some of you might disagree with me, that could 100% guarantee what the value of a house is before they even put it on the market. We can't. We don't know. We don't know how many buyers are out there, and not know what they offer. We're giving them a fair market analysis and what we think is right. Anybody, example, any agent that puts a house on the market and it sells for over asking price got the price wrong, right? I think your house, the market should show you that your house is worth $200,000, sold for $220,000. We had no clue there was a buyer out there for $220,000, or we would have listed it at $220,000, right? I think that's kind of common knowledge there. But I'm saying this, I'm going even a step further, that no agent, even when it sells, say a house sells for $220,000, we still can't say 100% or even 99% that that's the highest price and the best price you would have gotten, because we don't know. We didn't, especially if you did not leave the house on the market for enough time, if you just took the first offer. I feel like some agents out there are trying to sell the house the fastest possible to show value to their sellers. I sold it in a day. But let me give you some scenarios here. One is, when we put a house on the market, our whole goal should be to find as many buyers as possible, to open it up to the complete market, to see who's out there and who's ready. Kind of like an auction. When they have auctions for anything, homes, things, anything, they don't just take the first bid. They don't just put it up. There's not auctions that go new auction today and it's over at the end of the day. No, what do? They advertise it and they keep it open. Different subject. We're not going into the coming soon stuff, but there's a time period of making sure the market is aware that something's for sale, and in this case, a house. And if you just put it on the MLS today, how many people really do see it that first day? I can guarantee you not everybody that's looking is seeing it that day. And if you sell for the first person that walks in the door because they're going for asking price, you don't know if you're going to have another offer better. You don't know. You didn't wait for enough people to come see it. You didn't open it up to the complete market to really see what the complete value is of it. And the number one thing I hear from agents when I say, let it sit. This buyer might go away. They put a time frame on it. That's where it's case by case, because Let's look at the market. This house is in this price range. There is no other houses for sale in the surrounding cities in this price range, this size. This buyer's not going anywhere. So that's, again, case by case. But let me give you an example I give agents is this. And I will, again, I'm not an attorney, but I know this is a scenario that's happened to us in the past, and I know it's a scenario that will happen to agents out there. Imagine this. You sell a house, put a house on the market today. Put it on the market. Offer comes in, list price, a little over list price, and the seller's like, should we take it? Should we take it? We got it? Let's take it. Let's take it. It's great. It's, asking price. Well, do you think this is the best? Yes, I think this is the best thing for you. It's $5,000 over asking. No contingencies, no this, no that. Let's take it. They take it. Then, while your sign's up, because your sign's only been up there for a week, not even a week, I'm saying a day, and then a week later, one of their neighbors down the streets knocks on the door and goes, my daughter wants to move to the neighborhood. We've been waiting for a house to come in on our street in our area. We can't wait. We were just waiting and waiting and waiting for a house to come in because we want our daughter and our grandkids to live across the street from us. Is it available? And they go, oh no, we sold it already. You sold it already? I've only saw the sign up. What did you sell for? They go, well, we sold for $220. Like, oh my God, $220? I would have paid. My daughter would have paid $250. I paid you $30,000 more, but you didn't leave your house up on the market long enough. What do you think that seller's going to think? He or she's going to call up their agent and go, hey, you know what? My neighbor across the street or down the street just called me. They said they didn't get even a chance to even see it on the market. It sold within a day, and they said, I told them what we sold it for, and we would have bought it for $30,000 more. Why did we sell so fast? Why didn't we let the neighbors know that if there's people available? And next, it unravels that then they feel that you didn't give them the service and didn't show them that we could leave it open to the market a little bit, find other buyers that might even pay even more. So that scenario, not exact word for word, has happened in our office years ago. That is happening to people out there because the agents are telling them there, and then all of a sudden another offer's coming in. Do you see it? Have you seen this happen before? You've seen this happen. You've had listings, and guess what? For some reason, the second offer or secondary offer, if you're taking secondary offers, mysteriously happens to be always more than the first offer because they already know that there's someone there and they're trying to beat them and trying to convince the seller, if that one falls through, take me. So those are scenarios with second offers and things happening. So the point I'm getting at here is that until you leave the house up on the market a long enough time so everybody can see it within reason, not saying months, you really don't know what buyer's out there. They just didn't catch it on the first day. They're not there fast, so they're relying on their agent. And their buyer's agent, is busy all that day and didn't see the notifications of a new listing. And that buyer is ready, willing, and able and will do anything to be in that area, especially in this market as a seller's market. Okay, I'm going to switch gears now. Why, for you personally, shouldn't sell a house so quickly and for your business, not just your sellers. But this is for you and your personal business. For many, many, many years, we train agents, use your listings to get more business. So when your listings sell quickly, you can't use it to get more business. Example, I tell an agent, if you can do this and you feel comfortable, door knock. When you get a new listing, you have an open door to go up and down the street, the whole neighborhood, meet all the neighbors. Go, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm working with Mr. and Mrs. Jones down the street. They wanted me to come door to door, say hi to the neighbors. We just put their house up for sale, and we just wanted to know if it's someone that you might be interested, someone that you know, friends, family, relatives, someone they know I want to live in your neighborhood. And I wanted to personally meet you and give you my card. Again, there's lots of scripts you could use, but you have an open invitation to call every single person, as many people as you want. You can't do that if you list it today, sell it by the end of the day. You can say it's sold already, but it gives you it shuts the door to maybe they have a friend or family and they go, oh, I have a friend that wants to buy in this area. Great. What's their name and number? I will call them. If maybe they'll get that house. Maybe you've just picked up a new buyer. Maybe you just met the neighbors. So when they're ready to sell, they've met you. You use that listing to get more buyers. Don't a lot of agents say, well, I have a sign out front. That's all you're going to do. That's all you're really going to do to try to get more business out of this. And then next, when that property sells, all right, controversial topic right here, or between agents. So I'm prefacing that, is that I personally tell my suggestion is never, ever, 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 ever put a pending or sold sign on a house before it transfers. There is, as far as I know, and again, things change all the time, and I'm a broker. I watch the legal stuff change, but it's not legally required in the state of Ohio to change your sign to put pending or sold on it. When someone calls on it, you have on the sign, you have to tell them it is pending or sold. If it happened to be just closed or contingent, you have to tell them that. But all the MLS and all that has to change, but you don't have to go out and change your sign. They don't make you better have a sold sign, better have a pending sign. The reason why I say that, as soon as you put a pending or sold sign up, most agents like to do that just out of their ego. Look I sold it, it's pending, look how fast, in one day, thinking they're going to get business. But I personally, my opinion, you're just telling any potential buyer that might have been looking at that, don't call me. That's what pending says. Don't call me. Sold. Don't call the number on the sign. House is already gone. Little script. You have the sign. You don't put a sold or pending sign. The people are still calling because it's a great street. People are calling, hey, I saw that house for sale down the street and all of that. Is it for sale? I'm so sorry, we have a pending offer on it right now, but what are you looking for? Something I could help you. Would love to help you find a house like that in the neighborhood. I might have some other people that are about to list their house. We'd like me to keep you on the list. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say to them to keep them on the phone and build a relationship with them. So my opinion, putting a sold sign or a pending sign too early on a sign is saying closed for business. Don't call me. Controversial opinion, I know, but that's me. Secondly, on top of that, I'll just add on to that. And this is another one for the buyer's agents. Buyer's agents. We have agents and there's agents out there. When your property closes, when the property closes, it's closed, it's in your buyer's name. We have agents out there that, my opinion, smart thing to do is have an agreement with their buyer. Do you mind if I put a sign up in your yard and said sold by, sold here, sold by, and they put it in the yard and it's sold, not for sale. You just put big sold and leave it up there for a week, 2 weeks, as long as they'll let you. That's the last sign that they remember. They go, wow, look at, now it's sold, now it's sold, now it's sold. They forgot the listing agent already because their sign can't be there anymore, but you have an agreement with your buyer to put up a sold sign in front of the house if the buyer's okay with it, if the city is okay with it. City restrictions, sometimes there's certain sign restrictions with the city if you can't put up a sold sign or certain times of year. You never know. So I would say check with the building department, make sure you're allowed to do that. So that for whatever reason, I would think most cities are okay with real estate signs within reason. So that's in addition to that sign. So those are some of the reasons. I mean, I could go on for an hour about the pros and cons of selling a house within a day or two. It's not a competition. It's not to see how fast you sell it. Your job for your sellers is to try to figure out who and how many people are out there, how many buyers are out there, what the market's like, and where we could find the person or group or company to pay the highest and best offer for them. And with that first offer, just because they're paying for asking price or a little bit more or something, is that really, how do you really know? How do you really know without giving it a little time? And again, in this market, I think it's fair to say it's okay because it's a seller's market. Now, reverse, and I'm not going to go too much into the detail about this, but there is markets, and there will be markets where it's a buyer's market. So many times I've been on the phone or in front of a seller, a listing, one of my own in the way past when I was selling myself personally, but with our agents, and we tell our sellers, when it's a buyer's market, I think, this is a good offer. And we don't know if the next one's going to be the same or better. We don't even know when the next one will be. And usually in a buyer's market, sometimes the first offer is the best offer in a buyer's market. Again, my opinion, buyer's market, I've seen it many times. Sellers don't take the first offer in a buyer's market, like, oh, well, it's a little soon, it's the first week, second week, it's not full asking, they're asking for a bunch of things, let's wait. And then all of a sudden they wait a week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months goes by, and they're taking a lower offer because they just want to get rid of their house now because they've bought a new house or whatever reason. So, but in this market, when it's a seller's market, I think it's a better gamble, negotiation tactic, whatever, to wait longer, give it some time, and make sure all the buyers are out there looking. And if sellers don't understand because they said, my neighbor sold their house in a day, it's like a competition. My cousin sold their house in 2 hours. It seems like a competition now. Who could sell it for asking price in the same and as quickly as possible? But explain to them, if they're looking for a new house, this is tug at their heartstrings a little bit. It says, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, imagine when you bought this house or another house and you had to be the first one in the door. You both work, you have children, you have kids and family and things to do, and all of a sudden someone puts a house on the market on a Tuesday morning, and there's people going in to see it, or sight unseen, or virtual showings Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, and by 5 o'clock when you're done with work and about to take the kids to their sports practice, and you don't even have time, you didn't even see that my message that I sent you, there's a new house that just came on the market this morning, and then by the time you even see it, it's gone. How would you feel? Would you feel that you didn't get the opportunity as a buyer to see that house, and you might have paid even more than that person? They go, yeah, I probably would have. So let's give it a couple days. Let's give it a weekend, one full weekend. And we'll have an open house during that weekend. So we'll keep it on the market all week. We'll have an open house Saturday, Sunday, or both days. And we'll see what buyers are in the neighborhood. I'll call the buyers. I'll send out just listed postcards. I'll send out to your neighbors to see if they have anybody. And let's get everybody ready. And let's not make a decision until Monday of next week. And I promise you that we'll get as many buyers as possible. I feel that that's the best way to make sure we get the highest and best offer, because we're making sure we get it to more people out there in the market. And again, that's my opinion and my expertise and my experience with trying to get the highest and best offer for you. So that's an example of a little bit of role playing of what you can say to that. But again, if you want to go one-on-one, I'm happy to spend the time. Use me as a resource. And I'm happy to do the little bit of marketing research on your potential listing or a listing with you to see what I feel like, what's on the market, what's been sold, how many have sold in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, year, price range, other surrounding cities, age of home. There's so many different factors. So I can't make this whole video today is not overall always, because there's factors in there, but in general, I feel it is. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching today on Monday after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great weekend. But remember, use me as a resource. Call, text, email me anytime. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Bye-bye.